You're listening to the Cool Audio Podcast, your escape into the world of stories, sounds, and imagination. Whether you're driving, chilling at home, or just need a moment to unplug, we've got a story just for you. So sit back, relax, and let the journey begin. Upon hearing what Justin said, Brenton immediately patted young Master Max on the back. All right, eat your food, mind your own business. Chloe ate quickly and was soon full. Max, Brenton, and Justin talked about some things in the industry. She couldn't join in on the conversation. She looked at her watch and felt that it was getting late. Chloe stood up. Justin, I'm going back. Justin did not dare to ask her to stay longer. After all, he didn't want Chloe to think that he had ulterior motives. However, he began to act like a spoiled child. Beauty, help me take a look at my wound. That's more important. Chloe crossed her arms over her chest. She looked at Justin's legs and smiled. I don't think I need to check it anymore. You're almost like a normal person now. You can walk and run. After a week, you'll be fine even if you jump. I've seen your scans at the hospital. It's just a ligament tear. Don't be so anxious. Just rest well. The feeling of having a white lie exposed was really awkward. Of course, Chloe was smart enough to see through that. Seeing that he couldn't make her stay, Justin quickly stood up and picked up his jacket. Boss, let me take Miss Green home. You didn't even eat much. And felt sorry for his boss and stood up foolishly. Sit down. It's none of your business. Your boss already has a restless heart. Max laughed. Justin glared at Max, picked up his jacket, and followed Chloe out. He even said, You three, remember to wash the dishes after eating. After Justin left, the atmosphere became much more relaxed. Brenton picked up a piece of beef and asked in confusion, Why do I feel like something's wrong with this guy lately? Yes, I also think he's different from before, Max quickly said, and froze. You mean, my boss is a fake? And was inexperienced and didn't understand what they were saying. Brenton shook his head. No, that's not what I meant. I just think he's a lot more docile. I agree with that. After the accident, the boss became much more docile. He's not as hot-tempered as before. And nodded like a chicken pecking at rice. What Brenton said had hit the nail on the head. Huh? Then tell me, could it be like in many other novels? This young Master Cooper is no longer our young Master Cooper. He's a BS who came from ancient times or some dynasty. How about we beat him up when he comes back? Max suddenly thought of something. Anne and Brenton looked at him and said in unison, Go ahead and beat him up. You'll bear the consequences. Okay, stop talking nonsense. Transmigration is impossible. I can recognize this guy even if he turns into ashes. We grew up together. How could we not know him? Young Master Cooper is definitely still young Master Cooper. Although his personality is similar to before, his temper is much more mature. It's like, I am meeting young Master Cooper in his 30s. Although his face hasn't changed, he's much more mature. Brenton's description was spot on. Justin had basically transmigrated from his 30s. So even though he had a young body, his mind was that of a 30-year-old Justin. However, no one would have thought of such an incredulous thing. After hearing Brenton's words, Max nodded in agreement. Yeah, Brenton, your analysis is pretty accurate. Could it be that after the accident, Justin saw through life and death, and his personality changed? That's possible. People learn a lot when they're on the brink of death. In order not to show off, Justin chose a low-key black Audi A6. It was originally intended for the company, but the company later bought another brand. This old A6 was still lying around without use. Justin drove his black Lamborghini the most often. Next was his Ferrari, and then Porsche. He rarely used other cars. However, there were 7 or 8 cars parked in Justin's garage. He decided to drive this Audi out of consideration for Chloe's feelings. After all, Chloe lived in the old district, and the residents there all rested early. If he were to drive a sports car, the noise would definitely be especially disturbing. Get in the car. It's cold. Naturally, Chloe opened the front passenger door and sat in the car. Justin was happy that she didn't sit at the back like a stranger. Why are you so low profile today? Chloe was slightly surprised when she saw Justin pick this car. It's late. Your neighbors are probably resting. I don't want to disturb them. Chloe smiled. At least you have some conscience. Justin looked wronged. I've always had a conscience, okay? Chloe smiled but remained silent. Justin drove slowly out of the mansion and towards Chloe's house. On the way, to ease the awkward atmosphere, Justin turned on the music and played some soothing light music. My, Bandry, you have quite a good taste. Chloe also liked this band's light music, so she was surprised that someone as crazy as Justin liked it. I've always had good taste, Justin said as he smiled at Chloe. Chloe suddenly realized that when Justin smiled, he had the aura of a child. He was so innocent. She felt like pinching his face. You are looking at me so seriously. Are you in love with me? Justin asked on purpose. Yeah, I love you, Chloe laughed. If you propose to me now, I might agree to it if I'm in a good mood. Chloe glanced at him. No, I don't have anything right now. I don't have a career. I don't have any savings. I don't have a house or a car. I can't let you be with me like this. It's going to be hard on you. Justin held onto the steering wheel, feeling slightly excited. It's okay. I have everything. You can stay at my place. That won't do. If two people do not have a balanced income, there would be many family conflicts in the future. Your family won't like civilians like me. It's okay, as long as I like you, Justin joked, trying to sound Chloe out. Embarrassed, Chloe turned around and looked out the window. No, I don't like rich people. I'm not rich, I'm super rich. I don't like super rich people either. Chloe smiled. Then you can give it a try. I'll let you try for free for 3 months. If you're satisfied, you can place an order. How about it? There's no free lunch in this world. Good things don't come cheap. Justin didn't know whether to laugh or cry. So, are you saying that I'm cheap, or that I'm not a good product? What do you think? Chloe laughed. Time passed quickly while they bickered, and they soon arrived at Chloe's house. Suddenly, Justin saw a man standing at her door. Chloe was also shocked. She narrowed her eyes and looked at the figure. After Chloe saw who it was, she agitatedly opened the car door and got out. Justin wasn't in a hurry to get out of the car. After all, this was her private matter, so he decided to wait and see. Chloe walked over emotionally. Justin rolled down the car window and could clearly hear their conversation. Chloe, you're back? Simon looked at Chloe getting off the black Audi with a complicated expression. What are you doing here? Chloe glared at him coldly. Justin scrutinized the man using the light. He and Simon barely met. When Chloe and Simon were quarreling, Justin hadn't appeared yet, and Jack was the one who dealt with everything. However, there was no Jack in this world, so Justin suddenly felt a little excited. It seemed like his chance had come. He had to perform well in front of Chloe and earn her bonus points. Everyone was staring at their sizzling performance. Chloe, I think I should apologize to you. No matter how hard Simon tried to pretend, he couldn't win Chloe's sympathy. Chloe couldn't tolerate what he did. Chloe sneered, Apologize? What are you apologizing for? What a joke. Did you drink too much? I did not drink, Chloe. I'm serious. Are you apologizing for your extramarital affair? No, we're not married. You should call it cheating instead. Right. Are you apologizing for your cheating? Or are you apologizing for pocketing my tens of thousands of dollar deposit? Or is there some other reason? Chloe, how about this? Return the money first. Give me my $60,000 and we'll talk about the rest later. Chloe was furious. She hadn't worked long after graduation, so how could she have so much savings? It was actually a part of what her mother had given her. She still had a younger brother who was attending school. Life was already tough enough. When she first met Simon's family, she thought they were an honest family. Their family wasn't as wealthy as Chloe's family. They lived in a rural area and could only rely on cornfields and selling mountain goods for money. As a result, Simon's family only managed to fork up $50,000, of which $15,000 was borrowed from his aunt. Therefore, Sandra felt sorry for her daughter and took out her savings. Just like that, the two families managed to afford the down payment. In the end, when it was time to decide on buying the house, the incident between Simon and Nurse Jenny was exposed. Most importantly, Jenny was pregnant, so they had to get married. Chloe would be lying if she said she wasn't sad and had no feelings for Simon. However, She felt that she had been blind for the past few years. It was hard for others to understand how much she hated herself for not being great at telling bad people apart. It had been a long time since the two of them met. Chloe was really agitated. If it weren't for her upbringing, she would have killed this jerk. Justin heard everything clearly. Chloe seemed to be asking Simon for a sum of money that belonged to her. "Chloe, I don't have that much money right now. I already bought a house when I got married." "Wow, using my family's hard-earned money to buy a house for your wife? Are you a Marvel hero? Even Captain America's character isn't as good as yours, and he might not even love his wife as much. I applaud you." Chloe raised her hand and clapped, embarrassing Simon even more. "Chloe, I know I owe you. Don't worry, I'll definitely pay you back." "Now?" Chloe reached out her hand. "I don't have any money right now." Simon smiled awkwardly. "If you don't have my money, why are you looking for me?" Not only was Chloe cold, she even cursed. Not far away, Justin couldn't help but laugh when he heard Chloe scolding him. Simon looked over. Chloe also glanced at Justin, who realized that he had gone too far and immediately shut up. Chloe looked at Simon and said, "Get out of here. Don't stand in my way. When you have enough money, send it to me. Since we know each other, I'll charge you 30% interest. If you delay the payment for 10 years, I'll be rich." 30%? Are you a loan shark? Simon looked aggrieved. Chloe smiled. "You're thinking too much. A loan shark charges 50%. They wouldn't be so kind as me." "Chloe, I came here today to tell you that I want to make up with you." "Ah? Say that again?" "I want to reconcile with you." "Ah? Say that again." "I want to reconcile with you." "My signal isn't good. Say that again." Chloe deliberately moved her ears closer. He was finally fooled by Chloe. Justin wanted to laugh again, but this time, he didn't. He was afraid that Chloe would get angry. "Chloe, I'm serious." "I'm serious too. Why don't you go back first and let me have a good rest? I'm not in the mood to talk to you today." Then, Chloe walked towards the courtyard. "Chloe, I want to divorce Jenny." Simon finally shouted this sentence. Chloe stopped and turned around to look at him. "What does your divorce have to do with me?" "I want to end everything with Jenny and start over with you." Simon looked up at the sky. After Chloe said this, Simon obediently looked up at the sky. There wasn't even a moon tonight. The sky was dark. "Do you see the spaceship? It's round, and it's so big." "A spaceship? Where?" Simon paused and continued searching. "You believe everything others say. That's why a fool like you isn't suitable for me. I'm afraid that our children will also become idiots." "Don't be ridiculous. If you want to start a new life with me, you won't even be able to get into the queue in your next life. Go back to where you came from. Don't affect my mood." "Chloe, are you so against me because you found someone new?" Simon anxiously pointed at the Audi and shouted. "What does a new lover have to do with you?" Chloe replied confidently. "Back when you were in school, didn't you always claim that you weren't someone who sought fame and power, and that you wouldn't try to climb up the social ladder? Now aren't you also a vulgar woman? You agreed just because he has an Audi. You're really worthless. If I bought a BMW, would you be willing to sleep with me?" Simon was probably angered by Chloe, so his words were extremely vicious. Justin got anxious and opened the car door angrily. Before he could walk over, Chloe grabbed her bag and threw it at Simon's head. She also didn't forget to kick him while smacking him. From the looks of it, she was merciless. Simon was probably in too much pain from the hit. He raised his arm to retaliate and grabbed Chloe's collar. Chloe rushed forward immediately. He grabbed Simon from behind and lifted him off the ground. "Who the hell are you?" Simon turned around, but before he could finish speaking, he was punched in the face. "Ah!" He was beaten until he was screaming. Chloe was also shocked. When did Justin charge up? It seemed like he came at the right time. Before Simon could react, Justin grabbed him with one hand and started punching and kicking him. Plus, it was obvious that Justin was the one who was beating up the scumbag. The scumbag did not even have any energy to fight back. After all, Justin's punch was too strong. "Who the F are you? Do you believe that I'll call the police to arrest you?" Justin took out his phone from his pocket and threw it at him. "Come on," he said. "Do it now. Call them." Trembling, Simon picked up the phone and looked at Chloe while looking at this unknown man. Chloe couldn't bear to see Justin hit Simon. She didn't care how badly Simon was beaten up. However, Justin's fist was injured. "Your hand is injured?" "It's nothing." Justin smiled. When he looked at Simon again, he looked exceptionally comical. "Hey, is this 110? I'm a victim. Someone is hitting me here. Yes, the perpetrator is still here. Come over quickly. My location is..." Simon successfully revealed Chloe's home address. The police from a nearby police station arrived in less than 5 minutes. They were efficient. When the police car rang, it immediately attracted the attention of many neighbors. Justin pushed Chloe hard. He pushed her into the courtyard. Just then, Chloe's mother and brother came out to see what was going on. "Sis, you're back," Thomas said. "Yes." "What's going on outside? Why are there police sirens?" "Two drunk men were fighting." "Ah? Are you all right? Did it affect you?" Thomas quickly walked up to see if his sister was okay. "I'm fine. I was just passing by. It has nothing to do with me. You two should not go out and join the crowd. Go. Go back." Chloe put her arm around Thomas's shoulder and walked in. "Your sister is right. Go in quickly. What's there to see? I'll lock the door now." Sandra immediately locked the door from the inside. After all, a woman living in such an area with her children was afraid of causing trouble. Justin pushed Chloe away in time, preventing her from getting involved. When the police arrived, they were originally acting arrogantly. However, they were terrified when they saw Justin. The captain politely asked Justin, "Young Master Cooper, what are you doing here?" All the police at the Municipal Public Security Bureau knew what Justin looked like. It was the same for the traffic team. They were afraid of offending this ancestor. Otherwise, their career as police officers would have come to an end. Even the leaders of the Municipal Public Security Bureau had to be polite to his family. Justin's father and grandfather were not just big shots in the city. The Cooper family had been a prestigious family for decades. It was deeply rooted here, and its connections were everywhere. It was true that they held a high position and authority, but it was also true that they never bullied the commoners. Over the years, Justin was really involved in some scandals about fighting with others. At most, there would be scandals with female celebrities. Young Master Cooper. Simon was still dumbfounded. What young Master Cooper? Why did the police know this guy? Who exactly was this fellow? Justin impatiently lit a cigarette. Then, he glanced at the police officer and said, "Bring us back to the police station first. Don't disturb the residents here. The neighbors here also need to sleep." Then, Justin glanced at Chloe's front door. "Young Master Cooper is right. We'll leave immediately." "But young Master Cooper, you don't have to come back with us. You can drive away directly," the captain said. "Police officer, he can't leave. He's a psychopath who beat me up. You can't let him go." Simon refused to let Justin go. "Shut up!" The captain turned around and scolded this nameless person. Justin shook his head. "I can't leave. I'm going back to the police station with you guys to take my statement. No need, no need. I wouldn't dare to trouble you." The captain was frightened. "I'm coming with you guys because I've got some unfinished business with this a-hole. How about this? You guys head back first, Captain. I'll drive after you. I'll see you in the compound later." In the end, the police officers listened to Justin. They used the police car to bring Simon back. Justin drove his car and followed them to the police station. When they arrived at the police station, Simon was immediately locked up in a small room. Justin, on the other hand, was sitting in the captain's seat, and someone was pouring tea for him. The treatment was really heavens apart. "Young Master Cooper, take your time. We'll listen to you. There's no rush. Have some tea first." The captain smiled politely at Justin. Justin glanced at the teacup. "I shall not be drinking any tea. It's too late at night, so I might not be able to sleep." Yes, I didn't think it through. Let me get you some water." "No need. I'm not thirsty. I just want to say a few simple words. I didn't know this scumbag before. On the way home, I saw him waiting outside my friend's house with a lewd look on his face. He harassed my friend and even attacked my friend. Out of protection for my friend, I took action. That's probably everything that happened. If you don't believe me, you can check the surveillance cameras nearby." No need. Young Master Cooper is a man of his word. With your status, there's no need to lie. We will deal with him seriously." "One more thing. I heard that he owes my friend $60,000. I think. Justin hesitated in continuing. However, the captain was smart enough to immediately understand what Justin meant. Leave this to us. It's getting late. Young Master Cooper, please go back and rest. Yes. Justin nodded, stood up, and walked to the door. He turned around and said, I don't want to see this person outside my friend's house again. Young Master Cooper, don't worry. We know what to do. Justin nodded and drove away with a smile. As soon as Justin left, the police captain immediately interrogated Simon. It was true that he was waiting outside Chloe's house, harassing her. It was true that he owed Chloe $60,000. Justin didn't make all this up. During the interrogation, Simon kept saying that Chloe was his ex-girlfriend and that they had dated before, so it was not considered harassment. However, the police didn't care. Every time the captain heard Justin talk to him, he would use the word friend to describe this woman. And he used it 3 times. It was obvious how important this woman was to Justin. So, he didn't listen to Simon's words at all. They did not force him to confess or threaten him with violence. They just locked him up. Before the captain left, he said, All of us are getting off work. If this guy doesn't return the money, we'll release him when 24 hours is up. Then we'll catch him in a few days. Hearing this, Simon immediately backed down. Trembling, he called Jenny. Jenny drove by to pick him up in the middle of the night. She was so angry that the couple even quarreled at the police station. In the end, Jenny left behind $60,000 in cash. Later, the captain contacted Justin to give him the money. Justin said, Just call my friend. At 10:30 p.m., Max and Brenton both had left when Justin returned. Only Anne was still watching TV on the couch. Boss, you're back? Yes. Are you hungry? I'll prepare some food for you. I'm not hungry. You should go to bed early. I'm going to take a shower and then sleep. Justin seemed to be in a good mood. Not long after, Justin received a Snap notification. It was a video call from Chloe. Justin picked it up happily. Miss Green, please go ahead. Cut the crap. Justin, what happened afterwards? I fought for you and was brought to the police station, Justin said calmly. What? You were taken to the police station? Which police station are you at now? I'll bail you out. Chloe knew that Justin was implicated by her. No need, I'm already out. I've already driven home. So are you okay? Chloe still felt a little uneasy. After all, she was the one who had implicated Justin. The problem was, she didn't expect Simon to come looking for her and say things like wanting to reconcile. After all, they hadn't seen each other since Simon's betrayal. Now that Simon and Jenny, who was pregnant, had a family conflict and he was in a bad mood, he went to harass Chloe. What a jerk. I'm fine, but I was frightened. Why don't you comfort me? Chloe didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Stop fooling around. What kind of situation is it now? Justin smiled like a fool for a while. Then he put on his white loungewear and lay down on his bed. It felt good to be able to face Chloe and chat with her without any worries. Justin felt like he had become more cheerful after coming to this world. He could do whatever he wanted, and the world was filled with happiness everywhere. Justin. Yeah? Thank you for today, Chloe said. Are you just thanking me with your words? Justin purposely made things difficult for her. Should I send you a red packet later? Chloe probed. Do you think you're richer than me? Justin continued. How about I buy you dinner? Chloe asked patiently. There are a lot of people who want to treat me to a meal. Even you have to wait in line for half a year. Justin, don't go overboard. Chloe's face darkened upon hearing Justin's teasing. Look, now you've revealed your true colors. You were not so fierce even when Simon was harassing you. I'm your savior, yet you're still reprimanding me. What kind of logic is this? Miss Green, tell me, where did you learn this? Did your physical education teacher teach you this? Chloe laughed again. What do you want? How about, you marry me? Justin asked with a smile. You wish. Chloe rejected him outright. Haha, I knew you'd say that. Okay, I'll let you go this time. I heard there's an old street near your alma mater, Second High. There's a famous ramen restaurant there. Can you treat me to that someday? How did you know? Chloe was surprised. I found it on the online recommendations. Haha, they said it's good and cheap. Yeah, it only costs $2 for a bowl of ramen. The store owner has been cooking it for more than 10 years. It's really not easy. Actually, the noodles aren't that delicious, but our classmates just miss the taste of the past. I don't care. I just want to eat that. All right, I'll treat you. Just then, Justin's screen suddenly blacked out. Hello? Justin called out, but there was no response. He guessed that Chloe's phone had run out of battery or that she had been cut off by an incoming call. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, Chloe sent Justin another video call. Huh? What? I'm about to fall asleep. Justin pretended to be sleepy. Stop pretending. Did you tell the police that Simon owes me money? Ah, I just mentioned it as a casual remark. It's only right for him to pay back what he owed, Justin said nonchalantly. The captain drove directly to my house and gave me the cash. Gosh, I never thought I'd get it back. Chloe was excited. $60,000 was nothing to Justin. However, for Chloe's family, this was her mother's hard-earned money and her own salary. She remembered that there was a time when Chloe scrimped and saved in order to save this amount of money. No matter how hot it was during summer, she couldn't bear to eat ice cream. In the end, Simon betrayed her shamelessly. Now that the money was back, she suddenly felt that the whole world had become beautiful. That's a good thing. Congratulations. Yes, it's too late tonight. I'll deposit it for my mother tomorrow. Now you can finally be relieved of your unpleasant feelings and anger. Simon probably won't dare to look for you again. Chloe was smart enough to tell from Justin's words that he must have told the police something. The local police station naturally had to take good care of someone like Justin. Therefore, there was really no need to worry about him. However, she owed Justin a huge favor this time. How could she repay him with just a bowl of $2 noodles? Chloe lowered her head and thought about these questions. Justin looked at her through the video call seriously. Her eyelashes were long and especially beautiful when she looked down. Justin? Chloe suddenly looked up. Taken aback, Justin quickly looked away, afraid that Chloe would notice him. Yeah? $2 for a bowl of noodles is too cheap. I'll treat you to some good food, but I don't have much money on me right now. Wait for my salary at the end of the month and I'll treat you the same day. My monthly salary is $4,000, so I'll treat you to a meal with $4,000. What about you? Don't you need to survive the next month? Justin really wanted to scold this stupid woman. That's simple. I have a thermal lunchbox. I can bring food from home. Chloe smiled brightly. She acted like it wasn't a bad thing, but Justin's heart ached. Why did such a good person like her have to live such a poor life? His heart ached so much when he heard her words. That won't do. I'm not that heartless. I'd rather eat ramen. If one bowl isn't enough, I can eat 2 bowls, and I can add another $10 of beef and a bottle of soda. After hearing what Justin said, Chloe smiled in relief. Ultimately, Justin didn't want her to spend money, showing that this man was actually quite kind. It seemed that the rumors were not true enough. Those who said that Justin was hot-tempered and bullied people were probably blind. At the very least, everyone knew that Justin had a bad temper when he was hospitalized. However, he had never bullied anyone. It was probably some competitors who had hired people to slander him online. Okay, it's settled then. Chloe, I want to eat tomorrow. Tomorrow, are you free? I am free after work. Anytime after 4 or 5 will do. Ah, that's perfect. I'm working the morning shift too, so I'll be off duty at 5. Let's meet directly at Second High. Justin was about to say, I'll pick you up at Southside, but he was worried that it would affect her work. So he nodded and said, Okay, see you tomorrow. After hanging up the video call, Justin was still very happy. He hummed a tune. After lying down for a while, he couldn't fall asleep again. He immediately got up and pulled open his large cloakroom. Let's see what to wear tomorrow. Justin looked left and right, but he was still not satisfied, so he picked a few and tried them out. And was a little worried when he heard the sounds upstairs. Could someone have kidnapped his boss? And rushed upstairs and pushed open Justin's door. Justin almost peed his pants. Why didn't you knock first? Little BS. Boss, I heard something wrong. I thought you were in trouble, Anne stammered. Justin was wearing a pair of boxers and was about to try on a pair of jeans at that time, But just as he was about to put it on, Anne came in. This timing was really hard to explain. "Boss, how about I help you lift it up?" When Anne saw that his boss was struggling to put on his pants, he thought that it was because his leg had not yet recovered. Get out of here quickly. You've seen my entire body. I have no privacy left at all." On the other hand, at Chloe's house, Chloe looked at the $60,000 that Justin got back for her and thought about how he had helped her that night. She suddenly felt that Justin was a really nice person. She turned on her phone, tapped onto Justin's profile picture, and entered his Snap friend circle. Justin always said everything he wanted. However, that was only with Chloe. He barely talked to other women. He wasn't free to chat with women every day, but of course Chloe was an exception. Justin's Snap friend circle was actually very empty. He did not post any chicken soup for the soul, and there was nothing like patriotic reposts. There were also no reposts of major national events or popular news that incited public anger. He also wouldn't show off by posting videos when he gathered with his buddies, nor would he show off his money, watches, or luxurious cars. After all, the psychologists had said before that these things were done by country bumpkins. The more people lacked something, the more they would show off. Hence, those who flaunted their wealth with all their might had twisted personalities. To Justin, the word Justin was already considered high class among the luxury goods. There was no need for him to show off. Even by casually eating noodles by the roadside, he would cause quite a stir. Chloe browsed through Justin's past year of Snap moments. She realized that there were only a few pieces of information about the Imperial Star. It seemed like Justin wasn't the talkative type, nor was he the type of man who was always emotional. As she thought about this, she unconsciously gave Justin an additional point. She remembered that she had an appointment with him the next day to eat noodles together. Chloe quickly turned on her phone to check the weather. Thankfully, it would not rain and would be a sunny day. After an hour, Chloe finally fell asleep. The next morning, Justin had nothing to do at the office in the morning, so he drove straight back to the Cooper family mansion. He had bought some of his mother's favorite snacks and planned to send them over and pay her a visit. Unexpectedly, Grandpa caught him red-handed. Justin woke up quite early and didn't eat. He was planning to come to the Cooper family mansion for a free meal. Hence, it was only 7:30 a.m. when he reached home. On the other hand, Grandpa Cooper was wearing a half-sleeved sweatshirt. He was watering the plants in the front garden while humming a tune. He seemed to be in a good mood. This was Justin's first time meeting his grandfather in the parallel universe. He was actually a little excited. He looked at him for a long time before opening his mouth and shouting, "Grandpa!" When Old Master Cooper heard his voice, he turned his head and smiled lovingly. "You're back, rascal." Justin couldn't control his excitement. He quickly walked over and hugged Grandpa Cooper. "Grandpa, I missed you." "What's wrong with you today? Don't you always call me old man? Why are you so obedient today? Did you cause trouble outside and you can't settle it? Or do you need my help with something?" Grandpa Cooper was teasing his grandson on purpose. He knew that Justin wasn't the type to stir up trouble. Justin's eyes turned red, and he refused to let go. "I just haven't seen Grandpa in a long time. I miss you a lot." "Nonsense. I just came back last month. I went to the hospital the night of your accident. After learning that you were fine, I immediately went back to the capital to continue with my meeting. Wasn't I delirious at the time? Now that I'm discharged, I feel better. Naturally, I feel like I haven't seen Grandpa in a long time." "Little brat, at least you have a conscience." The old man was obviously very happy. "Grandpa, I haven't eaten yet." "It's rare for you to wake up so early and come back to see us." The old master called out the kitchen lady's name. "Old master, what can I do for you? Justin hasn't had breakfast yet. Prepare some for him." "Yes, master?" The kitchen lady smiled at Justin. "Young Master Cooper, what would you like to eat?" Are there dumplings?" Yes, it will be done very soon. Which dumpling fillings do you like?" Before Justin could say anything, Grandpa Cooper replied on his behalf, "Beef and radish." Wow, the old man guessed it right. "Brat, don't you eat this dumpling filling the most? How could I not know?" The old man put down the spray can in his hand and sat on the rattan chair beside him. "Grandpa, are you still busy in the capital city?" Justin sat next to Grandpa Cooper and massaged his legs. It's all right. Although there aren't many huge problems, there are always small issues. Justin nodded. Grandpa, you're old now. Don't keep yourself busy all the time. Take care of yourself and retire when you need to. Our family has money to support you. What are you talking about? Is Grandpa doing this for money? This salary isn't even that much. It's not even enough to cover all your clothes. It's just that I feel like I can still contribute to the country while I'm old. The old man's voice was loud and clear. One look, and one could tell that he was a veteran revolutionary soldier. No matter what, he was concerned about his country. Little brat, how's your leg? Grandpa Cooper looked at Justin's leg with concern. It has recovered completely. I'm fine now. In the future, if I find out that you're speeding again, I'll break your legs myself, the old man said with a straight face. I understand. Justin smiled cheekily. Your father seems to be quite busy lately. You didn't call him to check on him? Justin scratched his head, feeling a little embarrassed. What can the two of us grown-up men talk about? Don't you know his personality? He's even more stubborn than I am. I heard from Mom that he's been in Southeast Asia lately. The two of you are really carved out from the same mold. Both of you are as stubborn as rocks in the latrine, Grandpa Cooper said. Justin laughed. But you said that I'm a little better than my dad in one aspect. What is it? The old master asked him seriously. I'm more handsome than my dad. Justin's smug words made Grandpa Cooper laugh. Young master, the dumplings are ready. All right, I'll be right there. Justin held onto his grandfather's arm. Old man, come in and eat with me. I can't eat anymore. It's hard for me to digest if I eat too much at my age. You should go ahead. The old man waved his hand. Okay, I'll go in then. Yeah. Justin had just taken a few steps when he suddenly remembered something. He turned around and asked Grandpa Cooper. Grandpa. Huh? I want to get married. What? Say that again? Grandpa Cooper thought he was hearing things. Grandpa, I like a girl. She's not from the entertainment industry. She's just from an ordinary family. She's a very good person. I must marry her and give birth to a few more great-grandchildren for you. Are you joking with me? Grandpa Cooper obviously didn't believe Justin. Grandpa, it's real this time. It's not a joke. You know that I've never discussed my private relationships with you. This is the first time I've spoken to you. Grandpa Cooper agreed. Does your mother know? No one else knows. I am asking for your approval first, or else how would I dare to get married? Justin laughed. Actually, he already knew in his heart that since his grandfather doted on him so much, he would never interfere in his matters. What does that girl think about marrying into the Cooper family? Grandpa Cooper asked. Justin was a little unconfident. Well, I'm trying to convince her, but I'm sure it won't be hard for me. Grandpa Cooper was speechless. Win over the girl first before telling me. Even I feel embarrassed for you. Then, Grandpa Cooper walked into the garden with his hands behind his back. Justin scurried into the house to eat breakfast. Perhaps because he knew that he had an appointment that day, he was in an exceptionally good mood when he returned to the office for a meeting. Everyone in the company could tell that President Cooper was in a good mood that day. President Cooper, you need to sign this document. When the finance department staff saw that President Cooper was in a good mood, they finally dared to take out the documents that Justin had been upset about. Justin flipped through the documents. The finance department staff was so scared that they didn't even dare to breathe as they were afraid of being scolded. Unexpectedly, Justin only glanced at him. You sure know how to pick the right moment. The finance department staff smiled awkwardly. Without another word, Justin picked up his pen and signed the form. Everything went smoothly. Then, the finance department staff took off with the documents. They were almost dying to run around and shout, Everyone, come quickly! President Cooper is in a good mood today. In the office room. Boss. Yeah? I want to take 2 days off. Even you are taking advantage of me, aren't you? Justin looked at Anne. No, I wouldn't dare. Then why are you applying for 2 days off? Justin was afraid that Anne wouldn't listen to him and get hurt badly after meeting that female fraudster on Snap. I have an aunt. Her son is getting married tomorrow. Which aunt? I remember your aunt's child is only 11 years old. Not that one. It's another one. How about this? I'll go back with you to your hometown for the wedding tomorrow. I can still come up with a few luxury cars. What do you think? No need. I can go myself. Don't mention it. I don't have anything to do anyway, so I'll just accompany you. Seeing how determined Justin was, Anne didn't dare to ask to take leave. Boss, then I don't think I am applying for leave anymore. I suddenly remembered that my aunt didn't treat me very well in the past. Ha. It's better if you don't go. Get to work. Okay. Anne walked out in disappointment. He didn't forget to pick up his phone and send snap messages. Justin knew this kid was lying. How many years had Anne been with him? How could Justin not know what relatives Anne had? However, even though Anne's leave was canceled, he was still worried. Justin picked up his phone and made an internal call. Swan, from today onwards, follow Anne around during the day. Don't let him go anywhere alone. After work, follow him. I'll go look for him when I'm done. Yes, President Cooper. Swan was the vice captain of the security department. He was young and skilled. He got along well with Anne, and didn't have any relatives or friends, so aside from Justin, the only person he got along with was Swan. Justin didn't want Anne to meet the girl he knew on Snap, so he asked Swan to tag along. At that time, Justin was also thinking about finding Anne a good girlfriend. He couldn't let him be single all the time. It was also time for Anne to start a family. That afternoon, Justin dealt with a lot of documents and held 3 meetings. After Justin got off work, he turned down all his business meetings and drove away. In order not to attract attention, he still drove his black Audi. After all, if a Lamborghini appeared on the streets of Second High, it would cause a commotion. Chloe had not reached when Justin arrived. He picked up his phone and sent a message. I'm here. Okay, if you're hungry, you can eat first. I'll pay the bill later. What are you talking about? Can't I afford it myself? Justin retorted angrily. On the bus, Chloe almost laughed out loud when she saw the message on her phone. She could imagine Justin's expression from his tone. I'm still on the bus. You have to wait 10 minutes for me. No problem, no hurry. Be careful on the way. Then, Justin started playing games on his phone. Justin liked white Versace. Compared to many luxury brands, the price of this brand was acceptable. With Justin's status, he could afford to wear anything. It was just that he loved the designs of this brand. It had a seductive style like Medusa. That day, he was only wearing light-colored casual pants with a simple white short-sleeved shirt. The Snake Girl logo was printed in the middle. Justin loved this simple and casual style. Aside from usually wearing a suit at the company, Justin always wore clothes by Versace. At that moment, 2 girls in their early 20s walked into the store. After eating so much ramen, Ajin's ramen is still the best, one of them said. Yeah, the food at our university's cafeteria is so bad. It's not even as good as our middle school's cafeteria. Luckily, it's nearby. The 2 of them walked in one after another, sat down, and ordered bowls of noodles. Justin was dressed in branded clothes and was very handsome. The phone in his hand was the newest model on the market. These vain female students loved it the most. Hey, look, he's so handsome. I think he's a rich second-generation heir. His looks are indeed my cup of tea. One of the girls with a plastic surgery appearance smiled and flipped her long hair. Then she strode over. In a tone that only appeared in Korean dramas, she said, Hi, handsome. Can we add each other on Snap? Justin was so focused playing on his phone that he didn't think that she was talking to him. After all, he was already so old, yet he was still getting hit on by these girls. Handsome. Please look at me. The little girl pouted and looked at Justin with an aggrieved expression. Before Justin could say anything, a voice came from outside. Justin, she's talking to you. Justin looked up at the girl in front of him, who was blocking his view. That's why he couldn't see Chloe. Justin waved at the girl impatiently. Please stand aside, I can't see my friend. The girl's expression changed slightly. With her good looks, good figure, and pretty face, she almost never got rejected. Why did this time? The girl moved to the side awkwardly and looked back at the girl who came in. She was even more unhappy when she saw Chloe's average looks. Handsome, it's just adding me on Snap. Do you have to be so petty? This time the girl stomped her feet and pouted, acting extremely cute. Justin almost felt nauseous. You can ask my wife. If she agrees to it, I'll add you. Justin pointed at Chloe and said. The young lady's expression changed drastically. She didn't expect them to be husband and wife. In that case, she was making a fool of herself. She had been trying to seduce a man who was in a relationship. Chloe smiled at the little girl. How about you add me on Snap? No need, sister. After saying that, the little girl pulled her friend away awkwardly without leaving any money behind. It was extremely inconsiderate. When the boss was about to serve the beef noodles, the two girls were already gone. Where are they? The boss was puzzled. Boss, give it to us. We also want 2 servings. Thank you, Miss Green. You've been visiting our shop all these years. The owner obviously knew Chloe. The boss put down the noodles and glanced at Justin. Is this your boyfriend? The boss also started to gossip. Before Chloe could say anything, Justin immediately corrected him. I'm not her boyfriend. Chloe sighed in relief. I'm her fiancé, Justin said again. Miss Green, you're getting married soon. Congratulations. I'll treat you to this meal today. The boss looked really happy. Perhaps he had always thought Chloe was a nice person. What are you talking about? Chloe looked at Justin and asked through gritted teeth. Did you see that? We cheated the boss of a meal of beef ramen. How worth it? That's all you've got. Chloe was both angry and amused. Justin changed the topic. Hurry up and eat. It won't taste good when it gets cold. Then, Justin ate the ramen as if it was the most delicious thing in the world. Boss, another bowl. Okay. Why? You're eating so much just because it's free. Chloe laughed at Justin. Nonsense! Do I look like someone who would take advantage of others? You do. Chloe was arguing with Justin, thinking that he would retaliate. Unexpectedly, while Chloe was distracted, Justin used his chopsticks to pick up some noodles from her bowl. Hey, Justin, aren't you being too unreasonable? Chloe puffed up her chest. I can't wait anymore. I'm hungry. If you think I'm dirty, you can give me the rest of your food. I don't mind you. Don't even think about it. Chloe held on to her bowl, refusing to let go. It was just 2 win worth of noodles, but the 2 of them were really having a lot of fun. However, Justin was in a good mood. To be honest, Ah-Shin's ramen was not bad, but it had not reached the standard of being extremely delicious. The reason why there were so many customers over the years was partly that they were paying for the memories. Most of them were students who graduated from second high. The second and most important point was that after all these years, they had never raised the price. It had always been 2 yuan for a bowl of noodles. Of course, it wasn't a very big bowl. There were probably only a few mouthfuls and a little bit of meat. However, it was also a reasonably low price, with the city's current cost of living, if they went to other noodle restaurants to eat. A bowl of beef noodles would cost at least $15. He wanted to come here to eat ramen because he knew that Chloe's alma mater was here. Secondly, he wanted to lead a normal life with Chloe. Justin had a great appetite that day, so he ate 4 bowls in one go. Chloe also ate 2 bowls that had a considerable amount of beef added. When they were paying the bill, the boss refused to accept any money, saying that he was congratulating Chloe on her marriage. Justin was too embarrassed to accept his kindness. He secretly left behind $100 at the bar counter and left with Chloe. After eating and drinking to their heart's content, it was easy for one to feel satisfied and happy. When they walked out, there was actually a cool breeze blowing. This feeling was simply wonderful. I'm a little stuffed. Let's do some exercise. Can you take me to second high? Justin suggested. Our school field is very big. I'm afraid you'll die of exhaustion if you walk around the whole place. You're underestimating me. I usually work out like I'm playing. It's just a walk. I won't be tired out. Then let's go. I'm glad to oblige. Chloe rarely wore high heels. She wore a pair of white sneakers every day and thick snow boots during winter. The 2 of them strolled along the field. They could vaguely hear students reading aloud in the teaching building. The 2 of them walked on in the warm summer night without saying a word to each other. It was as if they were both afraid of breaking this beautiful atmosphere. It was also a peaceful moment. After a while, Justin suddenly turned around and asked Chloe, I heard that you were a super genius in second high school? Chloe laughed but didn't say anything. What are you laughing at? Did I say something wrong? Justin was confused. No, you're right. It's just that I was not only a top student in second high school, I was also a top student in primary school and junior high school. Of course I was a top student in second high school. Then why don't you study abroad? I heard you earned a scholarship to a university in Singapore. When Justin arrived at the parallel universe, he realized that even though the people here were all from the other world, there was a slight difference in their fates. For example, Simon married Jenny, not Lisa. Chloe didn't meet Jack when she was at second high. Andrew and Chloe were half-siblings. All of this shocked Justin. Later on, he reinvestigated these people's pasts and learned that Chloe's grades had always been outstanding. However, she did not choose to go overseas despite being accepted by so many foreign universities. Instead, she stayed at a medical university in the city. After finishing her undergraduate studies, she came out to work. All of this was a pity. Singapore? Forget it. It has nothing to do with me. Chloe smiled bitterly, as if she didn't want to talk about it. Justin saw her expression and didn't ask further. You rich people don't understand the world of commoners, Chloe joked. Justin nodded seriously. You commoners also don't understand the world of the super rich. Of course. That's why I decided to drag you into my god-awful world to get to know you better. Chloe immediately shook her head. Forget it. I can't get used to it. Then I'll go to the civilian world to understand you. What do you think about me moving to live near your house? Chloe froze. I've asked around. The neighbor next to you is very sincere about selling her house. The price isn't high either. It only costs $800,000 for the entire place. Auntie William's house? Chloe frowned. I'm not sure. My subordinate went down to negotiate. Justin, are you crazy? There's no sign of demolition in our area. What's the point of buying that house? The environment is bad and the air is foul. The transport isn't convenient either. The roads are full of pits. It's like being bombed by a bomber. Your Lamborghini will probably jump after driving over. Chloe felt that it wasn't worth it for Justin. Why would he buy a house and a small courtyard for $800,000? Auntie William's family was really greedy. The price does not matter so long as I am willing. Justin smiled. Then you can buy mine. I'll sell it to you for $790,000. If you pay in one go, I can even give you a discount. How about $788,000? Then, we can take the $780,000 you gave us and buy 2 buildings in the suburbs. We can even buy my brother's wedding home. Chloe laughed. What do you think? Justin, buy my house. My house is cheaper than Auntie William's. Chloe continued to tease him. The problem is, I want to buy that house because I want to be your neighbor. If you are going to sell your house to me now, am I going to stay for your Auntie William? Ha ha. Chloe bent over in laughter. She didn't expect Justin to be so funny. However, Justin didn't smile. He looked at Chloe with an aggrieved expression. This damn girl's thinking was extraordinary. She could even say such words. Not only did she poach a neighbor, she even wanted to buy a house for her brother. She was indeed a good sister. Stop laughing. Be serious. Okay, let's stop fooling around. Don't buy the house in our area. It's really not worth it. Some developers thought highly of it and negotiated with us. In the end, they only gave us $1,600 per square meter. My house is only 80 square meters, which means the total price is only $128,000. If you give us $800,000, won't Auntie William and the rest go crazy? Chloe, I told my grandpa yesterday that I want to get married. Justin suddenly brought up this topic. I'm surprised that someone like you would want to get married so early, Chloe said slowly as she looked down at her sneakers. What's wrong with me? Did I commit murder or arson? Justin laughed. That's not it. I just think that children from super rich families like you are born with everything. You can't wait to eat all the delicacies in the world and flirt with all the girls in the world. You won't get married until you're 40. Very few people in their 20s would use marriage to restrict their freedom. Let me put it this way. Doesn't the son of a famous tycoon in the country often appear on the entertainment news and trending topics? He's already in his 30s, but he doesn't get married. Isn't it because he's always changing his girlfriend? Although his relationships are exposed, there is no issue with his morals. Who doesn't break up when they are dating? But if he gets married, the nature of the issue will be different. He would be cheating on his wife behind her back. He'll be cursed to death. Justin nodded. Yeah, that makes sense. So, you don't have to be in such a hurry to get married. After all, marriage is like a restricting ban to you guys. Chloe said this by taking the perspective of Justin's friend. There was nothing wrong with Justin saying that he wanted to get married. After all, anyone who could marry Justin must be from a wealthy family. Ordinary families probably would not be able to enter the Cooper family's eyes. That makes sense. Thank you for your advice. Justin clasped his hands. Chloe rolled her eyes at him, knowing that he did it on purpose. You're right, but I still want to get married, Justin continued. It's fine so long as you have figured it out yourself. If you want to get married, just get married. Your family's money comes with just a gust of wind. Preparing for the wedding of the century is probably easy. You just have to throw money at it. Chloe bent down and picked up a green leaf from the ground. Only Second High School had this kind of leaf. They were from a few trees that the principal transplanted back from a certain mountain area in the past. In the end, he did not expect this kind of tree to be very strong. It grew extremely lush and flourishing on the school campus of Second High. Chloe really liked this kind of leaf. It looked like a heart. Chloe, what I'm frustrated about now is, that girl hasn't agreed to my proposal yet. Huh? Isn't that easy? Who's so stupid as to reject Justin's proposal? Chloe asked absent-mindedly as she played with the leaves. That's right. I also think that she's retarded. There are so many people who want to marry into our family. Let's not talk about money and power. Just my looks alone are off the charts. Justin rubbed his chin with a narcissistic expression. Chloe turned around to look at him and nodded. Your looks aren't just off the charts. I feel like they're exploding. Huh? Why does that sound weird to me? Justin felt like something was wrong. Haha, don't think much about it. I was just praising you. No, that's not right. You're clearly defaming me. The two of them bickered all the way until they were both exhausted. Justin, let's go back. It's getting late. Chloe looked at her watch. It was almost 9:30 p.m. Okay, I'll drive you. Justin led Chloe out of the campus and back to their parking spot. Then, they got into the black Audi and left. Chloe leaned against the passenger seat, probably exhausted. Her eyes were closed the whole ride. Justin didn't know if she was asleep or not. Justin played the song Glass Lake by Bandry. Feeling more comfortable, Chloe tilted her head and fell asleep. When they arrived, Justin didn't ask her to get out of the car. Justin was waiting for her in the driver's seat. He took out his jacket from the trunk and covered Chloe with it. Then, he continued listening to the music in the car. Looking at her red cheeks as she slept, Justin really wanted to kiss her. She was the one he had loved for so long. Thanks for tuning in to the Cool Audio Podcast. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a fellow story lover. Until next time, stay cool and keep listening.